let's jump into these grades. Pro Football Focus came out with the grades on offense, and as I said, you go up 22, you win by 22 on the road, you're doing something right. And both the offense and defensive grades were really, really good. Top 5 offensive players, Brandon Ayuk. Man, he's got to get the ball more. He's got Brandon Ayuk could be. I don't think his game matches up with Jamar Chase, but Brandon Ayuk could be like that good, and we would have no idea because we just don't utilize him. And I understand that's not so much a Shanahan thing. It is a little bit because when he schemes plays, Brandon Ayuk's always involved in the first 15 plays in the first and third quarters, and then he just disappears in the second and fourth quarters. Got to get on the ball more. He was incredible. Number 1 rated player. Juwan Jennings. Oh my gosh. Talk about making it. He only played 15 snaps. That's it. 15 snaps out of 66. But the impact, absolutely monumental. I mean, every single game, there's these pivot points. Sorry about that. Where a team can catch back up. And if they don't, like if things go their way, they can get back in it. And if they don't, then that's where it gets kind of weird. There were several of those, and Juwan Jennings basically slammed the door in the Panthers' face twice. Not once, but twice, which was important. So he played incredible. Jeff Wilson Jr., good gosh, just continues to impress. He had a 76.7 score. Kyle Juszczyk, best game of the year, by far. I don't even have to watch the film to tell you this. He played 37 snaps just on the positive side, which I don't think that he has graded very positively this year. He's missed a lot of blocks. A lot of those big plays, you'd see the play live, which we were on top, which was really, really nice. You'd see the play live, then you look up there and watch the replay, and Juszczyk was at the forefront of a lot of those big plays. He was awesome. Tevin Coleman, 5th, 74.1, absolutely incredible. I said on Twitter, if I was the Panthers, I would trade for Tevin Coleman and make him the head coach right now because he has just been absolutely insane and just has played so freaking well. He owns that team. And like you said, I love this. He got this dude up off the street and steps in. Dude, shout out to Jimmy G for throwing that ball. I don't think Jimmy only had 2 passes that were over 20 yards. So that's like really, really low. But my favorite thing about the Jimmy Garoppolo game is he's starting to identify man solo coverage and throwing it outside the numbers. Not necessarily deep. We want outside deep throws. Those happen. Those are great things. But he's at least throwing outside the numbers more often now when he identifies man coverage. Jimmy's always going to be up the middle guy. And that's where he did most of his damage. But that was against zone coverage. That's where he goes over the middle. But the new thing, if there is a trend that I've been able to kind of see in these last 3 games with Jimmy Garoppolo, is he is more aggressive versus man coverage on the outside. Which in the past, it would be very clear there's man coverage with no safety help on the outside, one-on-one, and Jimmy would never even look there. We're not seeing that this year. And I love that because that's going to pull defenses horizontally out of the box a little bit. So I have to give him kudos there. Now, if we stick with this, Jimmy Garoppolo finished 7th, Kittle 8th.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.